guys, what's up? How you're doing? So before we start, let's address the elephant in the room. Death. Yes, so in this video it's going to be about death, and I'm sorry, but we've had a good couple of months where my vlogs have been vaguely upbeat and happy, but my gut is telling me that it's time for another sit down and deep and meaningful chat. So 4 years, 3 months and some days ago, I lost someone very close to me, and I never knew how to deal with death, grief, bereavement, so I thought I'd share it with you. And grief isn't just experienced when a person dies, it can also happen when a pet dies. And there are thought to be 5 stages of grief, and these are universally experienced by people from all walks of life. And it doesn't all happen at once. I remember there was a Scrubs episode where JD and Dr. Cox seemed to pass through all stages of grief in about a day or two. And for some this might be true, but I know for me it's not. And I don't think I've passed through all 5 stages yet. And some people might not go through or experience the stage that I'm going to describe to you, but I feel they need to be explained because, as I've said, no one explained them to me, and it might help you or someone you know. So the first stage is denial and isolation, and this kind of talks for itself. It's the first reaction when learning about someone's death, is to deny it. Say it's not true or not real, and this is completely normal. It's a defence mechanism that kind of buffers the shock. We block out anything that tells the fact, anything that we don't want to hear. But it's only temporary, and it helps us with the first wave of pain. I remember when I found out, I cried a lot. And I was crying because they were dead, but also because they couldn't be. They were fine the last time I saw them. And tears are absolutely normal, they're healthy, you're allowed to cry. Don't let anyone tell you they're not, because that person is stupid. Okay, so the second stage, I guess, is anger. And as the reality kicks in, we're not ready. I know I wasn't. This anger can be expressed at anything: inanimate objects, strangers, friends or family, even the person or thing that has died. I blamed God, I'm not going to lie. I blamed the person who died. I blamed myself. And we know that the person or thing that died isn't to blame, but we resent the fact that they've left us, and the pain and heartbreak that we're feeling. And it's completely normal to feel angry. I still get angry now, 4 years down the line, but it's much better than it was. So maybe that's why I'm so angry in life. And then the third stage is bargaining, which again is a normal process. These are all normal processes. And we feel like we need to regain control of the situation. We often think if it's an illness that if we got medical help sooner, or if we'd been with that person, or if we'd been a better friend or family member. Sometimes we even try and make a deal with a higher power to protect ourselves from the pain. I remember trying to make a deal with God to take me, bring them back. I'm not needed here, but they are. Other people need them, but not me. And if you believe in religion, then you have to accept and realise that God, or whoever you believe in, took that person or thing for a reason. Then the fourth stage is probably the most obvious that you'll see, and this is depression. There are 2 types of depression when it comes to grief and death and mourning, and one is more practical and one is the emotional side. So the practical side is that we spend all our time focusing on the funeral and the arrangement. That can we afford it, can we not, and not spending so much time with those who need and depend on us, and we get all caught up in arranging the funeral. The second type is more subtle and is more private. It's our quiet time to say goodbye and prepare to say goodbye. I was nowhere near ready to say goodbye, and every day I still refuse. They may not be here in body but in spirit, and sometimes all we need whilst we're in this stage is a really big hug and people saying, I'm there for you. So the best thing you can allow yourself to do is to feel. And the 5th and final stage is acceptance. We've reached the point where we've accepted the death and allow ourselves to grieve. But this stage might not be reached by everyone. I know that I'm not really in this stage. Death may be sudden or unexpected, and we might not see beyond anger or denial. And coping with loss is a personal experience, and nobody can help you go through it easily or to understand the emotions that you're feeling. But others can be there for you, to comfort you, to be a shoulder to cry on, or an ear to listen, the arms to embrace you. And the best thing you can do is to allow yourself to grieve as it comes over you. Resisting it will only halt the process of healing. And that's kind of ironic because I didn't do that. Basically, I'm saying that everything you're experiencing is natural. And if you haven't experienced death, then first of all, you are very lucky. But secondly, now you're all clued up on what to do if someone does die, and if one of your friends or family has gone through death, because they need someone around them. Because I know that I could have done with some support. Phew! Okay, tough matter pushed aside. That's it for this week's video. Go get some tissues or eat some chocolate or just shout at me through the computer screen. But I felt it had to be done. I had another gut feeling, like I did with my dealing with the lows and self-harm video. And if you haven't seen those, I'll put links on the end card because it seems to be becoming a bit of a series. And if you think someone needs to hear this, then please share it around, because I don't ask you to share my videos, but yeah. And if you want to talk, you can comment down below, or all my social media is in the description if you'd rather be more private. And I will see you all very soon. Bye guys.